Subscribers and fans, Iceman here, and I think it's rather important to discuss this serious matter. Which kaiju would kick the other's ass? And I'm talking about Mothra versus the mighty Kong from Skull Island. Now, Kong is not yet fully grown. He's about 100 feet tall, and he's probably gonna gain a heck of a lot of height before he fights Godzilla. But the Skull Island film took place way back, so let's assume this fight takes place between then and now. Now, Mothra is a giant moth goddess and the most common recurring monster in the Godzilla series besides Godzilla himself. Mothra generally is on the side of good and the self-preservance of the earth. Although, in Godzilla vs. Mothra, she caused quite a bit of devastation against the humans, as they were being a bunch of assholes, man. They kinda deserved it, right? Or perhaps they were simply driven by their nature, as are all things. So who's to deem them good or evil? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I know I've talked a lot of shit about Kong, but I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of fight in him. I like that. He proved himself to be extremely powerful in battle with the Skullcrawlers, as he was able to pin them to the ground and pull the old ground and pound. He also proved himself to be extremely intelligent. He utilized his environment as a weapon, as he ripped off the propeller to that big old ship and started beating the shit out of the giant skullcrawler with it, pummeling it nearly to death. Yeah, Kong gets pretty pissy. Maybe he should see a doctor. Anyway, Kong proved to be extremely durable. Just kidding. He actually wasn't very durable at all, as when the helicopters first arrived to the island and Kong started smacking them around a bit, he actually sliced his hands on one of the blades, and his poor little piggy started to bleed. Poor guy. And you could see from his facial expression that it hurt him some. A weakness? I think so. He also severely lacks bodily armor. He's just flesh and some pretty thick fur. Now, when I saw Godzilla vs. Mothra for the first time a few months back or so, I was very impressed. Mothra was damn powerful, even in her larvae state. Right after hatching from her egg, Godzilla emerged, and they had a slight battle in the waters. Mothra was able to defend herself victoriously, and the battle waged on. She continued to emit her webbing beam at Godzilla, and it seemed to affect him greatly. But let's talk about her in her true state. After she hatched, she was a beautiful moth-like creature with large blue-lensed eyes. She was a devastating fighter. Honestly, she kicked Godzilla's ass, to the point where I nearly feared for his life. She's able to fly pretty darn fast, and capable of reflecting her opponent's projectiles back at them. She can fire laser beams from her antennae, and can launch an entire barrage of poisonous stingers from her thorax. Most notably, however, is when she would flap her wings tremendously and emit small pollen-like particles that seem to impose on her foe a trance or a sort of concussion-like episode. And from there, she can do what she will with them, which is a terrifying thought. She proved to be extremely intelligent as she teamed up with Batra, and they carried Godzilla to the waters and dropped him into the ocean. And in this fight against Kong, her size will certainly be utilized in her favor. I imagine Mothra circling around Skull Island, Kong getting all pissy, pounding his little chest. Mothra sizing things up, sprinkling her little magical dust on the giant furry monkey. The monkey starts sniffing it in, getting a little dizzy, almost a little sleepy. Maybe he should take a nap. He falls over, starts to vomit. Mothra slams into him with her thorax, protruding spiky-ass projectiles into his side. He squeals like a little piggy. Mothra bites into him, digging deeper and deeper, clamping down with her claws. Kong, with the last and final gust of energy, hurls around, grabs her by her gizzard, and starts pulling the old ground and pound. Mothra hurls him off of her, and there they stand, facing one another, prepared for the battle of the century. What do you guys think? How would this battle go from here? And who do you think would have the favor in the fight? Let me know in the comments section below. And like this damn video if you haven't yet. I am the Iceman. More videos to come.